Greetings commanders and welcome to the channel. Now, in the previous two videos, I showed you how to set up your start game and how to set up your mid game. Now, we are into the end game and now it's the most difficult part. Before I start explaining, I will ask you to subscribe to the channel because this is the way that you actually, you will learn a lot of tips for the game and it will be much easier for you to play. Now, what I see is that you tend to like the longer videos more, so I will try to be, much more detailed than the shorter videos that I made. Now, for example, now I will show you the whole picture, how I end up into this position. You can see that Ethiopia is pretty much, well, tiered up when we talk about territory. I have territory in North Africa, I have, here in Spain, and the thing is that when I started, I created the coalition. Now I'm gonna show you the coalition that I'm currently leaving. It's the mercenaries, and this is the coalition. Now all of them were inactive, like 80%, 90% of the time. Saudi Arabia showed at the end. Now at this point it was very difficult for me because I had the European coalition on me. 4 players from the coalition of Europe were after me. Let me show you their coalition and I'm going to explain you what happened. Currently they are 4, well they were 5, but I eliminated Spain. Now Germany, Russia, Sweden and Austria. The big problem was that once I set up my mid game, now I will tell you to go back and watch it because it's a very important video, but when I set it up, well, I go to the Gibraltar right here, and Spain actually wait like half a day or a day and he attacked me. He took back Tangier, then Rabat, Casablanca, Fez, Oran. All of that was took back from Spain because I sent only National Guards to take it, and well, he sent some good units and he take it. Of course, I just regroup my units here in Marrakesh or around Marrakesh, and I bring some strikers from my territory, from Addis Ababa, and at this point I was and I'm still in coalition with Mali, so I used the airport, I moved here and I fight him at the Gibraltar. Now at the point that I started dominate on him to make him lose units, because I also used my ships, here I got some stack of ships, I used my ships, I pressed him with strikers, I pressed him with my ground units, and the things were looking good. Then Germany came and started helping him. Now at this point I was fighting Germany ships, his fighters, and I didn't have very good, to be honest, anti-air, and he eliminated my strikers with his fighters and the German ships eliminated mine. I still stayed here. I had National Guards and I had artillery. I stayed here and I was fighting. Then the Sweden ally of them come after me, and at this point it was unplayable and I just go back. They were starting to take everything from North Africa, they were pushing me from here, they blocked the Gibraltar. It was really not any chance for me to actually fight. And what I did, well, in this case, this is the, let's say, late mid, and it's very important. Are you gonna survive or not? Now, they were 3 against me, and the 4th one, Russia, they probably asked him to do something and to join them, and he sent bombers next to my cities, and I didn't have, you know, air defense to cover everything. I covered two cities, but because I was all over the map, you know, I was here, I had to move back, I had units here to block the new river, and he did damage. So 4 players against me, I am alone, my coalition is out, you see that they're inactive. Well, they were, and Saudi Arabia was inactive too. 4 versus 1. What I did. Now, this was one of the best things that I predicted. I can say they were here in North Africa, Egypt, Libya. At this point, they had only 2 options against me. They could come from Khartoum, this is Sudan, and here from Hawayep, and this position here was blocked by me with few units, and all of my units were here in Khartoum. Now the good thing is that here you can see it's open ground, so the units can move and actually help each other. This is what happened. I used my towered artillery, and I destroyed the units they had here, Germany and Swedish one. The good thing was that they weren't so many, and I went to sleep. What happened then? Well, I woke up, as I told you, I put everything in Khartoum, and of course ships on my both ports. Mostly of the ships were here in Djibouti. And I woke up and I see that Germany is full attack here in Khartoum, where I had anti-air, artillery, National Guards. I had everything to actually stop him, and you can actually see some of my units. Now I have tank destroyers. Back then I had one that actually reinforced. Combat recon vehicle, National Guards, the artillery, mobile anti-air vehicle, and that was it. And of course, not to forget, let me show you, I got mercenaries that I put to attack the German troops. They weren't this level, of course the levels were much lower, but I managed to pull him back. And now what happened in this situation? I see that from here, Canada and Bolivia, here it is. I saw first Bolivia that was joining in Africa. I had one option. I go to them and I told Bolivia, man, help me, I help you, we fight Europe, do you agree? And he did agree. Bolivia was the player that actually, I think, pretty much turned the things for me. Why? Because this guy, now unfortunately I can't see his name because it's user and the numbers. He didn't make profile, whatever. It just rank 14. This guy waged war on Germany and Sweden, sent strikers, and actually clear what was, you know, left from them. And I'm pretty sure they just pull back, because Bolivia, let me show you, he's second, and he was second or first, probably first, when he decided to help me. Of course they pulled back, and this was the game changer. This was the game changer because then I you know, regroup, I make more units, I healed, and I moved forward. And this is where we are. I moved forward and I took pretty much of North Africa. I took Gibraltar, eliminated Spain with the help of Saudi Arabia a little because he decided to become active in the very exact moment when I was ending into Gibraltar. He was going to Sweden and I just told him, man, come back and let's fight Spain. And he listened. So Spain was eliminated. Also, United States attacked him from the west side. I attacked from the south, and he was out. To be honest, I fight some units here in South Africa, in Iberia. I didn't see any Spanish troops, and I destroyed just a few Spanish ships here. Now we come to the end game. The tables have turned dramatically because I am leaving my current coalition, and you can understand why. I was fighting alone whole game, they are inactive, and just Saudi Arabia decided to show at the end, well, when everything is pretty much done. Now I decided not to go and take his cities because he helped me anyway, and he blocked Gibraltar. He played, at some point he played in the beginning and in the end. Anyway, I got the offer to join the South American coalition, and of course I decided to accept it. Now their coalition is with Canada is back, which is strange, but Canada, United States, Bolivia, New Zealand, Vietnam, and I'm going to join them. Canada was out when they invited me. It could be a trick, we'll see, but anyway, this is the plan, to join them. I talked with New Zealand, I talked with Brazil and Bolivia. Now, in this situation, you should know this. When you are between two coalitions, you don't have much options. You choose one, roll the dice, play with them, and you hope that they kick someone and you join, so you can win the game. If you are between two coalitions, let's be honest, there are 10 players, you are one. Now you can handle 4 or 5. Let's say it's possible. You know, they come 1 by 1, 2 by 2. You can do it. You can push them back. Now you can't do it forever, but you can do it multiple times. But when another 4 or 5 players attack you, well, you can't done it. You can done anything. So I rolled the dice and I'm going to join them. I really think that they're not gonna lie to me, but if you're interested, I can show you in the next video what happened. So now the plan to the end game. Now it's really important, as I said in the beginning, what have you done when you start the game and in the middle. So this is your end game, your setup from the previous periods of the game. Now, since I was hit a lot of times, I can't go for army base number 3, you know, airports, airfields. I decided to upgrade, of course, the National Guards, the mercenaries as well. Let me show you a mercenary. Somewhere I had here at the Gibraltar, I have mercenaries. They are good level, and you play with what you have. I think that let me move this unit. I think that when you are pushed so hard and you don't have allies, you can prepare. Don't go with higher bases like levels or airports, because even if you have researched the units for them, let's say you made bombers, let's go to the bombers. Well, the bomber is a great unit, but the bomber requires airbase level 3. Once destroyed in the late mid, you know, you can't recover it. Let's be honest, you can't recover it. But if you play with strikers, for example, it's level 2, you know, it's reasonable. Now I don't have any airbase because the Russian guy will just send us bomber and will destroy it again. So it's no point in that. But I make mobile air defense. I have tank destroyers. I have stout artillery. Let me show you. I have more somewhere. I'm just transporting them into Europe. Here I have 5 stack of 5. I have everything. I have also ships, frigates, destroyers, corvettes, and I don't have air units. So in this case you have to, play with something, with the aspect of the game that you don't have. You don't play with it because you don't have it, and you play with the rest. You sacrifice the air units in this case. But to be honest, now I don't need air units because I'm going into continental Europe. You don't want to send your strikers deep because they will have air defense, let's be honest, and they will counter you. Now, if you don't have information, don't send your strikers or fighters up front. This is my advice. Currently I'm going into France, as you can see. Now USA joined me. Bolivia is probably going to come because he is very active, and this is my advice: just adapt and move your units. When you are in this situation, move your units together. Don't split your national guards. Of course, now I put 2 up front just to see what is it up front, but as you can see, my units are staying packed up. They are covered by ships. Another ship is covering the Gibraltar, and he will join, this task force will join the other ships, and this is very important, especially when it's the end game, especially when it didn't go in your way. Now here it looks like that we are going to lose this, but anyway, I think you got the point. You adapt and you play with what you have, packed it up and send it forward. You have to know when to send your units forward. Now it's basically a big counteroffensive because I was defending a lot of the times. I was attacking at the beginning, I was defending at the mid, and now at the end I'm going to attack again. Now here I will just finish my video. I hope you like it. If you do, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends. In this way the channel will grow up much more. Thank you one more time and see you next time.